tired of seeing kids grow up in a country where their government tells them discrimination is okay. And I think it is no wonder that we continue to see kids being bullied in school and see so many LGBT children take their own lives because they've given up hope, because in my view, this law simply encourages discrimination.
That was Delaware Democrat freshman Senator Chris Coons at yesterday's Senate Judiciary Committee hearing on legislation to repeal the 1996 Defense of Marriage Act. Senator Coons' focus on discrimination couldn't be more relevant for the students and parents of the Anoka-Hennepin School District north of Minneapolis-St. Paul in Minnesota. That school district is the largest in the state with 40,000 students, and in the last 2 years there have been 7 student suicides. School officials and parents disagree over how many of those suicides were a result of gay bullying, but we do know that at least 4 families say that was the cause of their child's death. We also know the district has a strict neutrality policy that instructs school staff, quote, in the course of their professional duties to remain neutral on matters regarding sexual orientation. Gay rights groups call it a gag order that keeps teachers from protecting gay, bisexual, and transgendered students. This from a school district that boasts about its character education. A district-wide program that teaches and emphasizes the core values of respect, responsibility, appreciation of diversity, integrity, and compassion. These values are emphasized in all schools and at all grade levels. Earlier today, the Southern Poverty Law Center and the National Center for Lesbian Rights sued the Anoka-Hennepin School District, challenging the so-called neutrality policy after school officials have repeatedly refused to consider changes to it. A federal investigation has also been launched by the Departments of Justice and Education. It's also worth pointing out, this school district is in Minnesota's 6th congressional district, the same district represented by Congresswoman Michele Bachmann.
There is a war going on now in our nation against marriage. And this is a war that we must win, because the foundational unit of government is the family. And family begins with marriage. And marriage is something worth fighting for.
But every day, new voices are added to the chorus calling for equality. Since its launch, the It Gets Better project has produced videos featuring some of the biggest celebrities in Hollywood, members of Congress, even the President of the United States. And now, Stephen Colbert has joined the cause, which he takes so seriously that he actually stepped out of character to deliver this message.
Hi, this is Stephen Colbert. I have a message for any gay and lesbian teens out there. And I'm being told also bisexual and transgendered. Really anybody who's being picked on. It sucks. I agree. When I was in 7th grade, I remember being picked on all the time. And I got called queer a lot. And I just sort of the word that got thrown as a weapon at people when I was a kid, and just the most hurtful thing I think that the bullies could think of calling you, and I didn't like it. And one day I had this revelation because a friend of mine named Pat, who also got picked on by the bullies, was called a queer by one of the bullies, a big jock, and Pat, instead of sort of flinching or running away, turned around and said, yeah, I am a queer. Kiss me. And the bully said, what are you talking about? And he said, I'm a queer. You called me queer. I am a queer. Kiss me. I'll prove it. And the bully didn't know what to say. And he just turned around and walked away quietly. And I was stunned. I couldn't believe the magic that Pat had just worked. He had somehow figured out that if you don't give power to the words that people throw at you to hurt you, they don't hurt you anymore. And you actually have power over those people. And that's a lesson that I am grateful to him for my entire life. So if you can, realize that the things that people say about you don't really matter. It's who you are. And the older you get, the more you'll understand that. Because it gets better. People get nicer too.
And there is breaking news tonight in the It Does Get Better department. Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta will reportedly certify that the military is ready to end the ban on gays serving openly in the armed services tomorrow, clearing the way to repeal the 17-year-old ban. He will certify that letting gays serve will not hurt the military's ability to fight. Just 2 weeks ago, the chiefs of the military services told Panetta that ending the ban would not affect military readiness. You can have the last word online at our blog, thelastword.msnbc.com, and you can follow my tweets at Lawrence. The Rachel Maddow Show is up next. Good evening, Rachel.
Good evening, Lawrence. I'm very glad that you played that Stephen Colbert thing. That was sort of that was sort of the best new thing in the world today among our staff. I thought that was amazing to see him out of character.
Yeah, I saw it today, and I just thought we gotta throw it right in the show.
Yeah, it was great. Thanks, Lawrence.
Thanks.